Hello and welcome back to another Amazon designer inspired video. You guys know the drill. I give you the retail cost, the Amazon cost, and the percent off because yes, it is shocking every single time. I have some really solid super finds in this video. This first one is going to rock you off the boat because the percent is the highest percent of the entire video. And that is the Hermes Kelly handbag. You guys sell this thing out all the time, so I'm constantly trying to find new versions, and I did happen to find this beautiful green one. Now, normally if you were to buy an Hermes bag, you would have to be on their clientele list, and you would be very, very lucky if you were able to snag a color of your choice. That could be black, it could be brown, it could be pink, it could be this beautiful green. You don't know. But the benefit of not being an Hermes clientele customer, high-end, yada, is you can buy whatever color you want as long as it's available on Amazon. Wow, what a rare gem. You can buy any color you want, but if you were to go for this green one, people would really know that you have some special relationships with the Hermes sales reps. Maybe too special. I find this to be the absolutely most perfect size for a handbag. Now, if you're a mom and you gotta carry around a bunch of diapers and toys and snacks, this is not the bag for you, unless you're having a date night with your husband, which I do hope you have. However, as far as fitting your phone in here, some hair ties, your lipstick, your lip gloss, whatever else you carry around, this will fit it all very nicely and compactly. The traditional Kelly straps here, you can leave them undone, you can tie them up, whatever you want. The Kelly gives you options. Per usual, and you guys know this if you watch my other videos, Amazon loves to give us the benefits of a crossbody strap. These things come in handy so much because some of us just don't want to carry it around like this all day. We want a strap. We want to go hands-free. That is why they have self-driving vehicles now. Another topic, but you have lots of space inside despite outside appearances, and you have a little envelope flap in there. So you may be wondering, how much is this gorgeous gal? Well, normally she is $30,000, and that's a starting price, guys. That is not necessarily the price you would get it for, but you don't have to worry about that because Amazon has this for $33. And as I promised, this is the highest percentage of the video, which is 99.9% off. Basically, it's 100%. So if you need a reason to justify this one, go with either percent. Hermes is old money, but also Celine rules the market, shares the market. One of a kind, classic, timeless handbags. That brings us to the Celine Classique Triomphe Crossbody bag. When I say these are similar to the Kelly bags and that they're a rarity, I truly mean it because these also sell out, unfortunately. But when I find them, and I have yet to show you guys this one, as far as I remember, when you can find a super structured, super well-made quality handbag like this, I can't do anything but share it with you. Perhaps been the most structured handbag I have ever used. I don't know how they made it literally so hard, but they did. It has the beautiful Celine logo here. You do just pinch one side of it. It took me a while to figure this out, and it will pop open. So I've got a Summer Fridays in here that I forgot about. Always good to find one of those. In the front, you have an envelope pouch, and then on the inside, you have one up there, traditional zipper one. I'll keep this so sturdy when you clasp it. Do you hear that sound? It sounds so luxurious. I'll do it again. There you go. The crossbody strap is adjustable. You can make it a little bit shorter, a little bit longer should you wish. Several different colors available. You will not be paying $4,250 retail price unless you want to, because I will say, while the Amazon one is significantly cheaper, this is a bag that is more justifiable probably than the Kelly because you're never gonna get rid of it. This is not a trendy bag. This this would be in your closet for years and years and years. But as I always say, I do think it's worthwhile to test bags out to see if you really like them before buying the original. This is another one of those items where I could kind of see you paying retail for, but it's also somewhat hard to justify, and that is the Hermes in the Loop bag. These have been quite popular. Some people have been waiting for their sales associate to find this bag for them for over 3 years. Admittedly, it's a very, very good size bag, and you can wear it around your waist. You could wear it crossbody like those Lululemon bags. For those who like subtlety, you probably wouldn't really guess this is an Hermes bag unless you're an Hermes customer and connoisseur. Found this color divine. It's neutral, obviously, but very rich looking, works for year round, and quite soft, may I add. So when we open it up, it does have an envelope flap. The strap is adjustable, much like the Hermes belt, which is quite interesting. So all you're gonna do is snake this up and then snake it down, very similar to a bra strap. Wish more bags actually did this because you don't have those annoying flaps on the other side. If you guys know what I'm talking about, keeps it flat and looks more elegant. Should you ever choose to buy this at retail, it is $2,950, but as we know, you have to be in the know and on good standing with your sales associate. Or you can bypass all of that and the drama that goes within that for $33. Put you at a savings at 98.9% off. So if you're ready to upgrade from your Lululemon bag, this is the bag to do that with. Also want to mention to you guys, I update my Amazon storefronts nearly on a daily basis, so you can find these designer finds scattered around there, but because I update these, there are frequently items on there that I will not share in my videos, whether they sell out really quickly, they have limited stock, or I just find them and I want to share with you guys so you can get priority access to that. That way you don't always have to wait for my next video to come out. Moving right along, we have this straw bag that I recently used on my trip to Cabo. It was so handy, and it's still loaded with all my swimsuits. Celine straw tote bag. For whatever reason, this is actually soft. I don't know how you do that in a straw bag, but if the original was anything less than this, I wouldn't want the original. I'd prefer this one, honestly. This black is so chic, surprisingly roomy. I will dump all my swimsuits out because I should have unpacked this anyway. There is a zipper across the front, so if you are going to the beach or you're just using this as a handbag, you can make sure your inside stuff does not come out. You know how annoying it is when you prop your bag up in the passenger seat and then you hit stop and you hit the brakes and it goes flying and all your stuff comes out. That's literally the worst, and it causes traffic jams, or at least for me it does. Have a nice envelope flap there. The size is absolutely perfect because you really don't need a gigantic tote, again, unless you have kids, that's a different scenario, but it's not too small to where you can't fit your necessities, a book, sunscreen, cover up, whatever. This fit everything for me perfectly. My boyfriend even threw stuff in here and I had enough room. The other thing with designer beach straw bags is they can get really dirty. If you're taking them to the pool, you might get sunscreen on them. Definitely if you're taking them to the beach, you're gonna get sand literally everywhere. So if you're spending $25 on it versus $2,050, you're not only getting a great discount, but you're avoiding sand destroying your bag. P.S. If you're curious, I fit about 10 swimsuits in this. So next one I have for you guys, that is an item I believe every woman and men should have in their closet, although I haven't seen a male wear these. Let me know if you have. Are these Hermes belts. These are the most luxurious, subtle, old money, non-obnoxious designer belts you can possibly wear. And what's even better is that they're adjustable. So you do not need to fret about going in to your local leather maker, is that what they're called? And getting your belt adjusted. You can also always buy a belt hole tool, but you don't have to with these. Literally just click these two pieces together, twist the lock, and there you go. Your belt is sealed. And then on the back side, as you can see, there's these adjustable lighters. So you pull it down if you want it bigger, and then you pull it obviously the opposite way to make it tighter. So this is really handy if you're wearing a low-rise item or a high-rise item, and or if you're wearing pants or a dress and you want to cinch it at the waist. You've got too many options. Shockingly, you can get these for $19, so you might as well pick up as many colors as you can. $1,250 on your Kelly belts. These made me very giddy when I found them. Super similar to the Versace shoes I shared a couple videos ago. They are the Gucci Mary Jane Horsebit pumps. I mean, when I say pump, which is the technical name of these, it really is just like an inch of block, which also makes these way easier to walk in. They're very stable, they're very comfy, and they have this very in fashion square toe. The Horsebit looks absolutely amazing, lots of shine there. And the Mary Jane strap has some elastic, so not only can you adjust the strap with the holes, you can further tailor it to your ankle foot with the elastic. I love that they give that option. Anywho, I thought the beautiful ballet pink was gorgeous, but they do have other colors you guys can choose from based on your preferences and what season you're in. You will get these for the price of a Target pair of shoes, or honestly, maybe less than Target. I don't know, I haven't bought a pair of shoes from Target in a while. You let me know what those are priced at, but these are $39, significantly less than spending over $1,000 at the Gucci boutique. For 96.4% off, you do not have to deal with the snotty sales associates. Wanted to quick ask you guys if you have any other videos you would like me to share with you. If you continue to like the Amazon hauls and roundups, if you've been liking more of my guide and advice videos, more stuff in the beauty realm like skincare and hair care and makeup, or the fashion realm with how to style different things and fashion trends. Really helps me prep for future content and deliver the stuff that you guys care most about. Moving on, we have a pair of espadrilles, which I don't think I've ever actually shared on these Amazon videos, but this is from a brand called Loeffler Randall, which is a lesser known brand, but they do have really great stuff and the prices are very high. So you will see this pair of shoes if you walk into a Neiman Marcus. You guys will love these because they have this fun bow in the front. They've got this mesh material, which has been so popular in the last couple years when it comes to summer shoes. Then it has this very handy Mary Jane strap. So if you're ever worried about your foot falling out of your shoes, such as I am, you've got a safety device built into these. And then of course we have the traditional woven sole on the bottom. They're essentially espadrilles and sandals and ballet flats combined into one gorgeous shoe. These are so handy to have on hand if you ever have summer vacations you go on. And by that, I mean going somewhere warm in the winter. It's so nice to also have something that's not a sandal. These are a dressed up shoe you can wear in the summer while still being very casual. $46 compared to $223. You're getting a very nice 79.4% discount. These are for those of you out there that are very into bouginess and logos. Welcome to the chat or video, the Gucci platform monogram slides. This is actually a very shocking one to have on Amazon because as you can see, the monogram is fully monogrammed. This is what you call Amazon rarity, so to speak, because it also says Gucci on the sole and on the back. These couldn't look more legit. So happy I found these because they do have the traditional monogram canvas one, which years ago I did buy and unfortunately spent retail on. And I can confidently say that these are just as comfortable, if not more comfortable than those. So ponder that one. Cannot believe these when I found them because they are $42 compared to the retail being almost $800. Now these are a very structured shoe, so So if you're gonna spend money on a designer shoe, retailed price, I don't think these are a bad hit. I do think you'll get a lot of use out of them. But if you don't want to spend the $800 or you just want a demo, these are certainly your option. I really like how they have the canvas and then the leather bit there. This just adds another level of sophistication and ingenuity when it comes to a designer item. Either way, we got this at 94.7% off. I promise you we have more shoes coming, but I thought I would break it up just a little bit and share with you these Tom Ford Pilot sunglasses. I am going to demo these in both pairs, but these are also one of those items that is designer but doesn't scream designer at you because there's no logo other than the little stripe on the side in gold, which the normal pair does have. This is the tortoise and blushy shade tone, and this is the traditional black. These are very sleek without looking like Kanye wore them. Tom Ford does not give you any kind of a discount because these are priced at $650, which is a lot for a pair of designer sunglasses. That's kind of more in the Chanel range, but obviously you don't have the Chanel logo with a Tom Ford pair. Either way, I love it when we can find some designer inspired sunglasses because, as we all know, sunglasses can be very easy to lose. They can get scratched, they can break, you can sit on them. When you can save money, we are going full steam ahead. This has to be a great and totally appropriate pair of shoes going into the fall, which are these Gucci Horsebit Mules. This camel color is absolutely divine. It looks really rich, and no matter what kind of foot you have, you can slide them in. The heel is a little bit higher than those Mary Janes, but still very, very doable if you work, if you're going to the office, out to eat at a restaurant. These are a lot more comfortable without being that horrible stiletto heel that is very sexy, but just very impractical for a day-to-day basis. Casual, but very elevated. Also has that traditional horse bit on the front of the shoe. These can be styled in a variety of occasions. I would say if you didn't buy any other item from this video, make it these. You will get a lot of use and wear out of these, and I can assure you compliments as well. Do not fret because you are not spending $920 on these. These are priced at $39, so even if you want multiple colors, it is very, very doable. Because honestly, I'm probably gonna go back for a few more myself. I'm a little embarrassed to share these because I wore them a lot when I was recently in Cabo, and they did get a little dirty, but that will also prove my point on why I don't think you should ever spend retail on these things. You've seen them before. They're the Hermes Oran slides. The first time I wore these, I got marks on them, and yes, I get that they're white, but that just kind of stinks when you buy a pair of shoes. If I had bought these at the Hermes boutique and sweetened up my sales associate to get me these in a color that I probably didn't ask for, because you never know what color you're going to need to get, I would have been very, very upset and probably cried for several days. But I did not, because these are $29, not $840, and they look the exact same. H cutouts in front, simply beautiful sandals. To be honest, I have never met anyone who bought the real variation, so I can't give you the specs on that. Can say these have memory foam padding, so they're awfully comfortable when you do wear them, and they're over 96% off. Still puzzles me why people pay that much for sandals that are without a doubt going to get scratched and scraped up. Normally I do some Easter eggs with you guys where I'm actually wearing the jewelry that I'm going to be talking about, but slipped my mind this morning. So I will show you and then demo them. First, we have this Fendi logo necklace. Slightly subtle as well while still touching on those bougie points. Especially special because with the lobster clasp on the back, you also have a Fendi charm. Now we know charm necklaces have been in the mainstream the last couple years, so Fendi just wanted to bank think on that? They're gonna charge you $529 for this retail wise. I don't think designer jewelry is necessarily a bad investment. Some of this stuff is quite trendy, and I did actually see this thing on Reddit where this guy bought his girlfriend or wife this amazing pair of Chanel earrings, and I thought they were kind of cute, but everybody was roasting him because they were like, why'd you spend $900 on these really ugly earrings that look fake anyway, that are just not cute and look like a grandma? So to each their own, but it can be somewhat difficult if you bought designer jewelry and then try to resell it. It's not really like a Tiffany's diamond ring, for instance. Don't even have to worry about that because this gorgeous charm necklace is $20, which yes, will save you a pretty penny. But we are not done with the charmies because you are in luck. This doesn't happen too often where we get a matching charm Fendi bracelet. Thank goodness they also made a lobster clasp. If you have nails like I do, or even if you don't have nails, you're just a human being, anything that is not a lobster clasp or a magnetic thing or something you can just smuggle on is a nightmare to get on. So you do not have to worry about this. Will obviously match perfectly with your Fendi charm necklace. So I definitely encourage you guys to buy them as a pair. And then if you want to wear them together to be forever Fendi, or you just want to wear one at one time and then the other at another time, you can definitely do that. $19 compared to the boutique price of $375. So yes, you're saving even more money when you buy them as a pair. We're just on a Fendi train today, and following up with that, we have a Fendi bangle. This one is a bit more flashy because we have the diamonds, so easy to get on. This is identical to the Cartier bracelets where you just lift the top portion up, you open it like a clam, and then you, look at that, snap it on your wrist so it can fall loosely as a beautiful, gorgeous bangle worn by itself or as a chain reaction. This could not be more gorgeous, and it's $29. I don't know how they do it. Retail, you're going to be charged around $520. Wouldn't consider that a bad investment. I just think when you can save a lot, why not take that opportunity? Forgot to mention that it also says Fendi on the inside. Look at that. It's like they're trying to send you a secret message, or just more self-promotion, I don't know. Alrighty, that does it for today's video. I have many more things coming in the mail, so stay tuned for the next one. Hope you have an absolutely amazing day. With that, I'll see you next time. Bye.